All right, so today I'm going to be talking about the Samsung S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra. It's a mouthful to say. Um, First and foremost, I think these devices look cool. Obviously, I didn't go to the event because Samsung has no idea who I am, and they're probably not going to fly me out to their unveiling event for their phones because, I'm not driving traffic to their phones. But for the people who are watching, appreciate every single one of you. Um, the S20 is probably the most attractive phone I've seen from Samsung in a while. I'm not too big on the curved displays on Samsung Galaxy phones, but it seems that on the S20 lineup, they've really went for a more conservative approach. It's not as curved, but it is great. Um, so it seems to me that Samsung is trying to make their S lineup their premium lineup. So they have their E series that they have on the S10. I'm surprised they don't have this for the S20. They have their A lineup, which is, I would say, is like their entry level, mid level phones. So it seems that Samsung is really trying to create their own categories for what each phone they want to have in the future. Also, Apple, if you're watching, you're probably not, but please, 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 please follow Samsung. And I hope everyone else in the industry name your phone after this year. So name it the iPhone 20. I don't care whatever you have to do for your marketing team. It's going to make it easier for the consumer to know that this year the iPhone 20 is going to come out and next year is going to be the iPhone 21. It's basically going to be the year. You can do this for the next 80 years, all the way till 2100. So make everybody's life easier. Don't try to be different, to be unique, and just follow Samsung. They've made the right choice. Me personally, I have an iPhone 10. That's what I'm using to record this. My phone display is 5.8 inches, and the Samsung S20, the base one that starts at $1,000, is 6.2 inches. I think that's a little bit smaller than the iPhone 10R, but for me, the iPhone 10R is just too skinny. The Plus is 6.7 inches, and the Ultra is 6.9. It's almost 7 inches. I actually like the hole punch design that they decided to go with. Going in the middle instead of off to the side. I know some wallpapers have been utilizing that to make it seem like the hole punch isn't there, but I actually like the hole punch design that Samsung does on the Galaxy series lately. It's not too distracting watching videos either. So the features on this phone across all lineups are incredible. That's what I really like about the S20 in particular. So just starting off, they have the built-in fingerprint reader with face unlock as well. Apple, please, as much as I love Face ID, sometimes when I'm running, I just want to. Sometimes I don't want to use my face. Sometimes I just want to use the fingerprint. 1440p AMOLED display. I love Apple, but the displays on Samsung blow Apple out of the water. In terms of like color reproduction and just the display itself, Samsung Galaxy phones are the best in the business. I don't want to say one of the best. It is the best display that I have seen. It's 120 hertz, but only on HD. I said this may change with software. If you haven't used a device above 60 hertz, it's really hard to explain the feeling of what a higher refresh rate is, because my monitor is 144 hertz. My Fitbit went from, I believe, like 30 hertz to 60 hertz, and you can definitely tell a difference. Even though you can have the same exact phone with the same, let's say, CPU, the chip, but the phone with the faster hertz will seem faster to you just because of how responsive it is. Snapdragon 865. I think processors in the last 2 years, it doesn't really, at least in terms of the iPhone, I don't see that big of a performance difference when it comes to like daily activities. At least in my use, like for me, it's probably gonna be like 5 second difference between like opening apps and stuff. 5G. I don't have 5G. I'm on Sprint. We got bought by T-Mobile. Thank you. Hopefully the bill doesn't go up. But just to note, the 5G, the real 5G is in the Plus and the Ultra. It has the millimeter wave inside those, but the regular S20 does not have the millimeter wave for 5G, but it's still gonna have really nice speeds. Has USB-C, Apple, join the train. Up to 1 terabyte of expandable storage in the micro SD slot. We'll get into that later. Fast wireless charging, fast charging. So this phone records in 8K 24 FPS. And I really want to talk about that. I don't know why 8K is becoming a thing when 4K is, it's not even that common in people's homes. Like, and I've read online that a minute of 8K is like 600 megs. So what content are you even going to be, how do you even watch back 8K is what I'm trying to understand. Like, I just don't understand what this 8K is for. Like, I know the Olympics are going to be in Japan this year, going to be hosted in 8K, but it's like, what 8K TVs are out there for consumers to buy? Yeah, I don't know what the 8K is. I mean, it's probably just like Samsung wants to say like they're the first ones to do it. There is 802.11ax, which is for everyone else who doesn't know the networking, that's Wi-Fi 6. So like I said, the direction I think Samsung is taking is their S lineup is going to be premium only. The A series can be seen as the entry to mid-level, and then the E series, if they decide to bring that back, can be like their mid-level. There's no headphone jack. I know lots of people still care about the headphone jack, other parts of the world. I haven't cared for it in the past 2 years because I've moved on to Bluetooth and wireless. I actually just got the iPhone 10 last year, and I've been using, this is my old iPhone 6S. It also has a D-brand skin, has the red dragon on the front and then black marble on the back. I've been using this since it came out, so I don't remember the date that was, 2015, I would believe, September. And I actually don't really miss the headphone jack, if I'm gonna be honest with you, but I know some people do. I know that's a deal breaker. If that's a deal breaker for you, then sorry, I guess. So yeah, it seems that, so I got the iPhone 10 last year, even though the iPhone XS and the iPhone 11 were out. And I've discovered that companies are really starting to show how many cameras can we fit on the back. That's basically what it feels like. And honestly, on my iPhone 6S, I thought the photos it took were pretty good. And I got the iPhone 10 and I can sort of kind of tell a difference. I mean, I'm not big on photography. So, and I don't really care about portrait mode on the front. I don't really take selfies, but yeah, it just seems that everyone really cares about camera qualities these days. And between each and every S20, so the S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, the cameras are different. And you can see the difference between that on the iPhone as well. How it has like the regular iPhone, and then there's the iPhone Pro, which has more cameras on the back. And it seems like they can't really, I don't know how to explain it, but it just seems like this year, especially, I mean, I would say last year and this year is gonna be, the biggest focus is gonna be on cameras. And if you really care about camera quality that much, I would say then get the highest end phone you can, because that's gonna be the phone with the best camera. But for me personally, I think the photos that the iPhone 10 takes are great. I don't need the iPhone 10s or the iPhone 11 Pro camera because I can't really tell the difference between the two. Unless I have them side by side, I can be like, okay, yeah, this one's obviously the better picture. But standalone by itself, the phone that takes the photo, like my iPhone 6s, I would still say that the photo is still really good for the device that it is, and that phone's like 5 years old, ancient in technology terms. So I said, if you care a lot about photos that you take of food before you eat with your friends, then the S20 is a good choice. If you want to spy on someone from like 10 miles away, you can use the zoom in 100 times on the S20 Ultra. I mean, I don't know who is going to be using the S20 Ultra to be zooming in 100 times in. To me, that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, some people are going to find a use for it. For me, I don't think I'm going to find a use for it. But internally, I think these phones are amazing. And the price actually is not that bad. But we will have to see what OnePlus is going to do, because they are the more budget premium, if that makes sense. A premium budget or budget premium manufacturer, but they are also increasing their prices. So I'm excited to see what OnePlus is going to do. Apple, I can't even imagine what they're going to do this year. Please USB-C, but Lightning is still good. Please USB-C though. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. This is Tech Thursday. This is a Tech Thursday video. If you like it, please leave a like. If you want to see more content, subscribe. If you dislike the video, go ahead and dislike it. I don't care, but the YouTube algorithm probably does. So leave a comment below if you are interested in getting the new S20. I'm happy to discuss it with you in the comments, but that's going to be it for me today. Yeah, I forgot. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. For all the people lonely. Wow, that's like so... Hold on. Let me get it real quick. Come on. To all the lonely people on Valentine's Day tomorrow, let me tell you something. Love yourself. Cheerios, Kellogg's. Is this owned by Kellogg's? General Mills, Cheerios. If you are lonely on Valentine's Day, get the Very Berry Cheerios, okay? Actually, I think every Cheerios has a heart because they're all about cholesterol. But this one's pink. It's for Valentine's Day. Go out, buy yourself a nice Very Berry Cheerio box. Get some milk. If you eat your cereal with water, you're weird. I had to do it once because we were out of water or milk, and I already poured Cheerios into the bowl, and I was like, I'm not eating this plain, so I'm eating it with water. Terrible decision. Also did it with orange juice. Horrible decision. Only eat cereal with milk. Enjoy Valentine's Day. Don't be too depressed about being lonely. It's not that bad.